to just say, hey, True Believers, England Teed here. We are going to be looking at some books I got for the auction. Kind of excited. Like I said, they're not amazingly huge. I'm not buying slabs or anything. Our auction is really, I kind of feel proud. Our auction is for comic book readers. When we talk about the books, yeah, I get some that are worth money, but I'm very, very proud of the fact that when we look at books and we talk about them, we go, well, that one's good to read and that one's good to read and you should check that one out and all. And we're talking about the content and such. Or just, you know, sometimes I go, this is an iconic cover, but yeah. I picked up two of these books mainly because I picked up another chapter. This is when the movie came out, when Batman the movie came out, they released in Detective Comics a 3-issue story, Blind Justice. And here I've got issue number 5, 8. Well, why don't I do this here? Oh, and by the way, here to help me, ooh and ah, is Eric. If you want to say hello to,
Nah, that's all right.
All right, cool. But yeah, I've got Detective Comics number 598, and I got issue number 600 because about a week or two ago, I managed to pick up 599 in a collection. So I figured do that. So also a book that we've been talking about for quite a while. It just keeps getting brought up over and over again. Gosh darn it, I got that mark on my nose again. The one that came out this year. And I figured, okay, since I had a chance to get these at a price that would afford me to sell them, I managed to get Secret Six. And this has got some respect from this crew, so I figured, hey, let's find out if it does well. This is issue number 1. And we have issue number 2, issue number 3, issue number 4, issue number 5. Really cool Deadpool cover. That was almost the thumbnail, but then I thought let's do the whole team. Issue number 7. Yeah, I didn't have 6. Then we have issue number 9, number 10. Number 11. Great Artemis cover right here. And then we've got number 12 with, is that Killer Frost or something with Wonder Woman kicking her ass?
That's probably Scandal Savage.
Okay. And we actually, I don't remember, I think it was for the 2000s, like we were doing 2000s covers or something. And I put this one up. I am looking at it in my hands. I'm telling you, this is an excellent freaking cover. That is Secret Six, issue number 16. That is a really good cover on that book. And then we've got Secret Six, issue number 34. So yeah, we were talking every once in a while, Secret Six gets brought up. So I figured, well, let's see if it sells.
Well, you better hope something that you always talk about that you're wrong.
What?
When you say that sometimes the way the characters or the books are now, yeah, ruins it for the past incarnations.
Oh yeah, they just released the crappy version of Secret Six. Maybe it'll work, you know, in advance. Yeah, like you know what? Don't go for that bullshit they're putting out on right now. Here's some good Secret Six. That being said, here is some good Justice Society. Any of these black cover Alex Ross are good. We've got issue number 2, issue number 4. And issue number 6. Obviously, I would prefer to if I had won the Liberty Bell and the Power Girl.
Yeah, I haven't read a good issue. I mean, there hasn't been a good issue of JSA since yesterday.
It's been a while.
No, I'm out. Yesterday's in Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need to check it out. I was just now buying all of my comics. I'm going through the independents, seeing what I want to pick up. So yeah, buying them digitally. Alrighty, from a ship with a black flag with a skull and crossbones on it. Next up from the 2008 run, we've got Wonder Woman number 14, and well, now it's 2007. Here's number 9, and annual number 1. There you go. I bid a little bit too high on this because I didn't pay attention. I just saw it was Hot Pants Supergirl. And I am very much somebody who goes in for any Superman family or anything with Supergirl, definitely hot pants Supergirl on it. So this is Superman Family issue number 222. It's in the $2 because, as you can see, it's a little beaten. Yeah, I can't put 5 or 6 on that one, or 8 as some of them are. We've got an, I guess this is Adam Hughes, but this is Catwoman number 61 from the Brubaker run, but this is Pfizer. What is his name?
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer. There we go. All righty. There you go. I've got these divided from 2s, and you know, basically how I'm going to put them in the auction if they're $2 books, $3, so forth and so on. All right. There we go. Okay. And wow, we've got 8 people watching now. Hello, and hey, say hello in the chat. Next up, this is actually some more of a newer book, but great cover, and it was actually not a bad book. Very much the Long Kiss Goodnight. I do agree with Venkman about that. This is Black Widow number 1. But from way back when, we've got Black Widow number 2. This was from the 2000s run, right? This is because this is a Greg Land cover. Excuse me. And then we've got Black Widow number 15. I was trying to pick up all the Adam Hughes covers. Ended up with just those 2. Next up from 1991, we've got Betty and Me, issue number 191. And I picked this one up any time I could get it. After a while, everybody who wants one is going to have one, because I've gotten this a couple of times now in the last few months. But this is the X-Men 290 with a beautiful Storm cover. And then we have a book I think everybody should read at least once. This is the Nom. That's issue number 48 and issue number 56. And issue number 54. Definitely try to pick up all the later issues as well, because they're the ones that are a little bit more rare. I know in my booth I've got Dick Tracy number 1 and 2, so I picked up issue number 3. I tried to get 3, 4, and 5, but I won 3. Hello, Comics. Disney Plus is not going to be producing many original projects. Hopefully not. Let's see. Gen 13. That's issue number 1. You know, I do not find any of the variant covers anymore. Just the cover A. Do you see these anymore? The Gen 13 variants?
I don't look for back issues these days, so I know.
That is something. All righty. Next up, we've got Bloodshot 0. And Bloodshot number 1, and the first appearance of Ninjak, Bloodshot number 7. And because it was priced right, Shadow Man number 1. There you go. That's about all the Valiant I get. I'm not brave enough to buy a whole bunch of Valiant comics. I don't know how they would sell, because they are in everybody's dollar box. But there are a few that I would pick, like Exo, Man of War 1 through 10, Bloodshot. Those tend to go okay at the booth, at least. You know what doesn't? Turok number 1. Everybody and their brother has that one. Here we have from Eclipse Comics. Who wrote this one? What do we got here? We got, I don't see a name on the writer, but we've got Airboy and Mr. Monster.
I'm sure it was Dixon. He wrote everything Airboy in those days.
Oh, I've got Airboy 1 and 2 at my booth. I'm going to bring that in. I think I think that'll sell. I don't know. Or maybe it was only LK who was buying the Airboy. Hey, Dark Admiral, what's up? It's a shame because they all had potential. Yeah, the Valiant. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. Let's see. Next up, we have All-Star Squadron number 39 and All-Star Squadron number 38. This is the book that taught me about racism.
Valiant picked a bad time to launch.
What, in the 90s? Yeah.
Well, it just they tried to do quality storytelling at a time when nobody was really interested in it, because DC and Valiant had really good stories. Marvel and Image had style over substance, and those two companies just killed everybody.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, they were. It was more Image than you know, pun intended, I guess.
Yep.
But I remember people going crazy over I was always story, man. I obviously I like good art. I mean, everybody does, but I was always about the story first. You know, give me the writers. Alan Moore. We don't talk about who was the artist on Swamp Thing with Alan Moore.
There are several. I mean, Rick Veitch, probably the one that's best known.
And point being is it's harder.
Steve Bissette, I think.
We don't call it Steve Bissette Swamp Thing. You know, it's Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. When we talk about, you know, the writing is what makes you stay. The art may get you in the door, but the writing gets you to stay. Here we have Justice Society number 20, another Alex Ross. And an Alex Ross Power Girl on top of that. Batman Beyond from somebody named Nguyen Fridolfs Breaching Brayfogle. This is, it's Batman Beyond Unlimited. There you go. Stickers are on the outside. I will have to see if I can't peel those off without tearing the bag, which I have a couple of times. It's funny because it was hard to find most Valiant titles around me when they came out. And now they're the only thing I have a hard time finding are 1 through 10s. Like it's with Solar, Harbinger, Rye. Rye is damn near impossible to find those. And then I've got Marvel Zero. And those are all the $2 books. All right, let's see. And then we move on to the $3 books. These are probably the ones that are the biggest group. Yep. Oh, ready. There's 100 of these. I ended up getting about 100 comics in this lot. Shipping killed me. The price of the books was about $127. There were only a couple I spent more than $1 on, to tell you the truth. So, yeah, I don't know if I should say it. Somebody said, never tell the price because you're trying to sell them. Never tell the price you paid. Well, we've got Detective Comics $5.97 with and I'm still a freak for these books. I don't know how many people buy these. I know I've got a couple, but I don't know how many people are into them still. But we've got Legion of Superheroes. That's issue number 268. I try to keep them low numbered. Here's issue number 223 and issue number 267. Tell you the truth, I would not mind getting 90s. Here is issue number 271, first appearance of the Legionnaire block. And we have issue number 241. And then I had a line on the Great Darkness Saga. So I got some of the issues. I don't know if I won all of them, but here's issue number 292. And going back a few years, here's issue number 284. And then 291, this is the start of the Great Darkness Saga. First appearance of Amethyst, 298. And we've got 266. There we go. Let's see. Ahoy, Brian Stam. Hello, hello. Malibu had a few titles that could have been... Oh, you got the set. Did you buy that recently, or? I mean, you're breening it, so it's around you right now. Are you reading through, or is it?
No, I just happened to read that particular one the other day, and I keep a box in the living room until I fill it, and then I take it upstairs.
So you keep a box, and as you're reading, you put them in the box, and then you take them
upstairs?
Yeah,
because I've got like about the equivalent of 10 long boxes of unread books. Mm-hmm. I'll grab a handful and I'll bring them down. So the bags and boards are down here. If I read, I bag it and board it and put it in the box. When the box is filled, I take it upstairs.
That is cool. I do need to get bag and boards. Here we have Wonder Woman issue number 231, which should be an $8 book, but unfortunately it's got a few scuffs on the spine here. But yeah, give me Bronze Age Wonder Woman any day of the week. Twice on Tuesday. Another one that I got to tell you, for as much of a fan I am, we just don't get enough in the auction. But here is Plastic Man issue number 15. Cool stuff. Once again, anytime I could get some Supergirl, I will. And this is Supergirl issue number something or other. Oh, number 16. There we go. Had the sticker right on top. And the price tag there, or the tag here, didn't have any information other than C image. Alrighty. But hey, Ambush Bug, kids. I actually, I'll bid on any Supergirl, but I was going for Ambush Bug, the Action Comics, the DC Comics Presents, the whole 9 yards. I have a feeling that, you know, the speculators always go after whatever there's going to be a movie of. I have a feeling James Gunn will produce an Ambush Bug something or other. He's just an oddball character. It's too much in his wheelhouse. So, you know. Let's see. I'm straightening my comic room and still finding books I bought and I haven't read yet, mostly because I forgot I bought them. My thing is the trades. Right now I'm reading through the Squadron Supreme Omnibus. I'm probably not going to read all of it at once, but I just read I just read the first appearance of Squadron Supreme. They start off as Squadron Sinister, and they make appearances as Squadron Sinister after it. But yeah, I'm reading the 2-part story with Squadron Supreme right now. Righty. Next up, we've got America Honda Presents DC Comics Supergirl. Jealous? Yeah. All right. And then we have Supergirl number 12. Headband Supergirl. And the one that started me on my bidding spree was DC Comics Presents Superman Hawkman. Don't ask me why. Here's DC Comics Presents with Superman and Arion. Another thing that I will always get if I get a chance is Bronze Age Justice League of America, issue number 199 right here. Alrighty. And this is actually a $1 book. I just saw the back. Alrighty. I'll move that up to the box. Next up, have Justice League issue number 206. Bubbles or floating heads?
Either one you're good on that. Right.
I don't know. The thing is, they're all reacting, but they're in roll call form with the names and everything. So this is kind of a blending of both worlds. What do you guys think in the chat? Does this count as a roll call or bubbleheads? I think it's kind of a merge. Next up, guest starring the All-Star Justice Society, we have Justice League issue number 219. And this, I don't know if this is a biblical book. Well, I guess so. It's Spire Christian Comics, but it's Archie's Parables. Never heard of it. Have you ever heard of Archie's Parables?
Yeah, well, it's one of those, the Christian line, and they had some Archie books with religious messaging, among other comics.
Let's see. Starting buying BCU plastic bins from mine, getting rid of the cardboard. That's from Brian Stam. Does it add any benefit or?
What's up?
The plastic bins for your comics.
Does it add? I'm not sure what you mean.
Like, is it any more safer or anything like that?
I've never used them, so.
Yeah. From 1986, we have Batman issue number 399. One of my favorite covers. I am shocked. I'm actually surprised this is a Batman cover. That is pretty damn awesome. And then we've got possibly one of the most underrated books. This is the first appearance of Anarchy, issue number 608. And then we have The Son of Satan, issue number 7. Excuse me. And then The Champions, issue number 14, with some Ghost Rider action. There we go. And we've got The Immortal Iron Fist, issue number 1. Cardboard draws moisture. Oh, okay. All right. And then we have Richie Rich, the poor little rich boy, and Casper the Friendly Ghost in 3D, ladies and gentlemen. I know, right? But the cool thing is that it comes with the glasses. There you go. From Marvel Comics, we have Marvel Classic Comics, and this is issue number 8, Moby Dick. And I bid on this one before I knew I won the last one, but we have another first appearance of Ghost. I'm going to not buy that for a little bit. And then I tried to get the whole series. I got issue number 1, but this is The Spider, Reign of the Vampire King. I think this is one that Venk would go for sure. I know he likes the Spider and stuff. So, alrighty. And now on to the big dog. Wow, that's 90. I've gone through these quick. These are, like I said, it's 100 books. Well, I don't know. It feels quick, but it's been 20 minutes since we started. Alrighty. And you are doing a, what is it? The best of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. And that is tonight. Oh, look at that. Come see the Super Friends at SeaWorld. I actually remember this, by the way. I begged my parents, let's go to SeaWorld and watch the superhero ski show. And it was awesome. I loved every bit of it. That was in 1977. Yeah. That is awesome. I had a great childhood, kids. That's all I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying here. This is Freedom Fighters, issue number 10. I know I sold somebody issue number 1 and the first appearances. Here's some of the other issues. And here is issue number 14. And we have issue number 8 as well. There we go. And issue number 5. All right, and we're on the $5 books also right now. And then we have from 1982, Ghosts. That is a cool cover, by the way. I feel bad for Joey, but at least he made a good cover. All right. And then we have from 1976, The Witching Hour. This is number 66. There we go. And World's Finest. From 1978, issue number 251. It's one of the giant dollar size. There we go. And Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, issue number 225. And issue number 294. Got to get that great Darkness saga in. That is a great freaking cover, man. I think when we do Dark Side, I'm going to include this one. I think this one definitely deserves it. Alrighty. From 1978 again, we've got Wonder Woman, issue number 248. And this book arrived a lot better shape than I thought it was. It doesn't have the year here, but it's a giant, Archie Giant. What's the price to? Oh, it's a 35 center. So what would that be? Late 70s, early 80s?
Late 70s.
Alrighty. So here we have Archie Annual. This is giant size number 26.
Oh, an annual is 35 cents. That'd probably be early 70s.
Okay. Yeah, that is, I mean, it is in good shape too. I'll check this one out. See what it's going for. How much is the Ghost book going to start at? $5. We're on the $5 books. That's generally a lot of the 1970s. The 1970s horror books will probably be a base of the at $5. I mean, those are really hot right now. All righty, and here is Everything's Archie, issue number 35. And this one I wasn't sure about. I was like, where would I price this? It's annual number 8, so it's a low number, but it's probably a 1.0. And then I looked it up and I realized, oh, it's not annual number 8, it's just issue number 8 of Little Archie. And a 1.0, they've got this set at 15. That comic book realm you pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be charging 15 for it, but damn. I thought it was like an annual or something. No, it's just plain old issue number 8 from way the fuck back then. I shouldn't have taken the tag off like that. I could have actually said what year it was from. Let's see if I can't undo it. 1958, by the way, this Archie is. That is real. I think that's kind of cool. I know it's beaten up or anything, but a 1958 single digit Archie book. So I find that to be kind of cool. All right. I don't care if I'm alone in that. All righty, we've got some X Patrol from the Amalgam set. From 1992, we've got Batman Adventures, issue number 3, with the Joker. I had one of these. They sold. I figure, okay, let's try it again. Here is the Excalibur Special Edition. This is the first appearance of Excalibur. And then we've got Phoenix, The Untold Story, which is basically kind of a condensed version of the Phoenix story. All right.
Actually, you know what that is? That's the version Byrne wanted.
Oh, of number 137 with the ending?
Because she lived, but Shooter said she had to die because she ate the planet.
She devoured a planet. She must die. Yeah. All righty. So it is basically, yeah, look at that. It is. It's 137 right there. Oh, and that's kind of cool. And you get script in the back. You get a little conversation where they're all talking about what to do about the thing. Let's see. I didn't like Phoenix since the word go, says John, because she instantly made the rest of the X-Men fifth wheels, you know, and she wasn't even an X-Man. And Chris says that basically was the whole creative conflict in a nutshell, which worked for the benefit of the book because John and I, coming at it from totally different directions, were able to mix. And Jim Shooter says, I have to say the difference in the opinion you two had provided a unique energy to what was going on. So this is included in the book itself. You kind of get an interview with everybody involved in the making. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Heaven forbid comics have consequences, Byrne. Alrighty, there you go. That's the Untold Story. And then I get to the big dogs, not necessarily expensive ones, but these will be a little higher than $5. And straight up first, we've got from 1986, the Captain Marvel one-shot starring Monica Rambeau. I don't know if this will be a giveaway or if I'll try to sell it, but we have the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen trade paperback. It's really good story if you haven't read it. Even if you have read it, it's a good story. Next up, we have Batman Begins, the official movie adaptation. There you go. And because I love me some movie adaptations, I've even got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Yes, because you know that's the favorite among them. That's really cool to me. I see 1 and 2 a hell of a lot more than I do see the third. Yeah. Yes, Austin. Yep, they're on their way. All right. Let's see. Next up is Superman Speeding Bullets, which is an awesome Elseworlds, as well as Gotham by Gaslight, which is the first in awesome Elseworlds. And finally, the last big dog and the last book of the night is Danger Girl, the preview that came out before the first issue and such. So there we go. And that is that's that. That's what I ended up with. There you go. Anything of interest? Let me know in the chat there. Oh yeah, RDV. We just popped in. It's Eric and I for the thing. Didn't even think about it. Here you go. If you want to jump in, and let me see the. Oh, wrong one. I was going to send him the link. All righty. Let's see. Let me get the link for RDV, see if he wants to jump in. There you go, bub. I'll just put it right here. Oh, you have the link. Well, come on in. Come on in. That's cool. So did you see anything of interest there, Eric?
Yeah, there's some stuff that, yeah, it's a lot of newer stuff that, but yeah, there's some stuff that if I didn't have, I would be interested.
Yeah, I know there were a few of, well, newer. Some of it's the year 2000. I don't have any new stuff like in the last 10 years, but yeah, I do have a handful of Bronze Age. Holy crap! Did I try to get? I've gotten this last one I paid for, which should be in for next week's auction. There are quite a few. I told Galis I'm getting in trouble because they've got these things for not so expensive. One book that surprised me that's going to be in the, not this auction, but the next one is Wolf the Barbarian from Atlas Comics. Have you seen how much that's going for now?
Mm-mm.
I know, right? You said nothing. Oh, okay. I'll get the link for you there, man. All righty. There you go. But yeah, not sure if I can make this auction, but I will try, says Brian Stam. Cool. You said nothing in sports ball. No idea you were live. Yep. Okay. Well, I left the link in your on the oh, you're not home. Okay, you can't do it. Okay, it's not the link. It's that you can't jump on. All righty. But yeah, I'm getting in trouble because these things have low starting bids. So I'm like, oh wow, well, okay, that's cool. I'm too dumb to hit watch. You know, I started doing that now, but I don't know. There you go. But I hope you guys found something that you would like in all of this. Something exciting. Like I said, I'm interested in seeing how those Secret Six do, and to see if basically it was worth it. Because I need to know if this is somebody worth going to, or should I go back to the old vendor and such. So we'll find out. I'm very excited. Let's see tonight. What time are y'all doing your best
9 o'clock
on Geeky Puppet Show? You're going to be talking about the new books. 2 business days later. Ooh, Venkman couldn't hop on. I'm Mandra on your StreamYard. I don't need no stinking link, says RDV. Well, jump on in. Yeah. Let's see. Oddball Bronze Age books seem to be getting a bit of attention these days, which sucks because that's my favorite outside of the pretty mainstream titles. Well, yeah, along with those, let's see. These are the ones I'm going to be showing off for next week. If and when they come in. Wolf in Red from 1995. Vampirella Sad Wings. Twilight Zone from Now Comics. Top Cat from the 60s and 70s, Tiger Man, Thunder Bunny, and Thrilling Wonder Tales, Thrilling Science Tales, the original Black Cat from the 80s. It's reprinting the other New Adventures of Beauty and the Beast, The Further Adventures of Nyoka the Jungle Girl, Dark Crystal, of course, Batman Adventures, if I could get it, Star Trek Special, the third movie, Roswell, Little Green Men, Roger Rabbit's Toontown, and Roger Rabbit, the original Dick Tracy. We've got Mighty Mouse coming in, Katie Keene, a few books of hers, Herbie the Fat Fury, and some of the Good Girl Art Quality, which is the FemForce books. So those are on their way. Some Shadow as well. I got an eclectic batch of books coming for next week, but these are the ones I showed off are going to be in on Saturday. Vampirella Sad Wings of Destiny. Are you bidding on it? Oh no, it's on its way. It's on its way. Yeah. So there you go. Please join us Saturday night, 8 o'clock for the auction, and as he mentioned, tonight for the great best book of the week, or whatever they call it, at 9 o'clock, and tomorrow at 10:30 we have Magneto, which I am going through right now. And I gathered all the books, and I think I actually gathered every book that Magneto showed himself on. Like, this is every Magneto cover. And I'm going to go about these and choose. Figure out which is which, unless you want to help me right now, Eric.
I love being put on the spot like that, but I'm going to say no.
That's very smart of you. Just complain that I left the good ones off tomorrow rather than do the work tonight. Or yeah, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to go through those. I think we're going to end up with a lot of Dave Cockrum, John Byrne, X-Men, and yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff, though. Tell you the truth, I went through them, and it's a lot of there's a lot of pretty cool stuff. All right. Anywho, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. And as always, don't forget to do the clicking, the liking, sharing, and dropping dollars in the tills over at Ko-Fi. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. You guys have a great night.
Good night, kids.